day 3, and I hope you guys are having a good time and having a fun workout. So let's move on to our next group of exercises. 5 different exercises for you to do today. So let's get started. So I'm going to start. Let's come over here, get our timer going as always. And we're going to start in a side plank. So this is what it's going to look like. You're going to come here. Now, you can either be on your toes or you can drop down to a knee. Now, this is threading the needle. Your top arm comes underneath as your hips lift and then back to side plank. Push away from the floor and back up. We're going to do 30 seconds one side and then switch into the other side. Now, you can of course just flip around, but I'm going to come to the other edge of my mat. Keep going. Now, switch. Already 30 seconds down. So hop back into it. Thread that needle, hips go up, and lift back up to side plank. Thread it underneath, and back up. Thread, and lift. So you want to bring those hips up, really reach underneath, and push. One more. Nice job. Ski abs. One foot comes up, pull that knee underneath, that leg comes back, back to plank. So for me, my left leg is moving, my right knee's crunching up underneath, back to plank, just one side. You're gonna feel it in those bottom obliques. So my right knee is pulling in, I feel it on my right oblique. 30 seconds, and then we switch sides. Now go the other way. Outside leg, crunch it underneath, bring that leg back, back to plank. Underneath and back. Underneath and back, working those obliques. Keep going. Push away from the floor. If you ever need a break, you can hold plank. Your next move is the most challenging out of all of them that we do today. It's going to involve a little bit of cardio, ski abs. Hop both feet outside your hand, hop them back to plank. Outside your other hand, back to plank, but I want you to move. Side to side. Here's your modification. While you're still going, step it back, just like what we just did. Except I want you to go back side to side. Otherwise, you're up and back, up and back. Halfway. Again, if you ever need to take a break, push back in child's pose, come back into it when you're ready. From here, we're going to turn and flip and go on our butt. But keep pushing. Push, push, push. You're almost there. Keep going. You ready? You made it. Come over here on your butt. I want you to have your knees at tabletop, push away, and in. Easy peasy. If you need to modify, just put your feet on the floor. And up. Crunch down and up. Push away. Keep going. If you're more advanced and not too tired, you can lift your arms off the floor and reach. Reach. If you need to take it down a notch, put one leg on the floor. Keep going. You have 30 more seconds. Pull. Crunch. Crunch. You're almost there. Pull. Squeeze. I know it's tiring. Take a break if you need to. Or like I said, drop one leg down. Lift. Lift. Put both feet on the floor. Back is at a 45. And lower the shoulders side to side. Now, if you're more advanced, bring those feet off the floor. Those are options. If it starts to hurt your lower back, lift up for a second, give yourself a breather, come back down, zigzag side to side. It's your last move. You're almost there. Keep going. You have 30 more seconds. Side to side. So, you keep going, but I want you to make sure that you're leading with your shoulder and not your elbow. Because I could sit here all day and do with my elbow and not work my obliques. You have to turn, drop that shoulder, You're almost there. You made it. Take a breather. You have 30 seconds. Then we're going to go back to that side plank. So I want you to make sure that your shoulders are stacked. You're not rocking forward or back. Again, you need to modify. Drop this knee down. And you're here. We're not starting yet. You still get a little bit of breather. Now, if you're in a side plank, put one foot in front of the other and reach underneath. So you thread, bring those hips to the ceiling, and lift. Hips to the ceiling, and lift. Bring it up, and lift. Bring it up. You're almost done with this side, and then we switch. Lift those hips up, bring it back. Lift those hips up, bring it back. Switch sides. You're here. Start in that side plank. Hips come up and open. Lift and open. Again, drop that knee down if you need to and hang out right here, right? Your ski abs are coming up next. I know it's the toughest part, right? And lift. You can always hold side plank and hang out here. We're moving on. Ski abs, remember one side at a time. Step that foot up, crunch it, step that leg back. So you want to move. Keep going. As soon as you come back to that plank right here, bring it up and keep going. Push away from the floor with your hands. So what I mean by that, again, is not sinking in, right? Pull and come back. Pull, one side. Now switch. Other leg comes up and back. You're almost there. Almost there. I know you can push through this. Crunch and back. Crunch and back. Crunch and back. You're almost there. You ready? We're going to move on. You can do this. Here we go. You ready? Ski abs side to side for 1 minute. Bring it up and back. Up and back. Up and back. Remember, your modification is just what we were doing here. Pulling up and back. Pulling up and back. Breathers come into child's pose. You need to take a break. Otherwise, up, back, up, back. Keep going. Push through it. You're halfway. Remember, step it up. You get tired, your upper body needs a break. It's tiring, I know it is. I'm doing it with you. But I want to also show you the modifications as we go. Hop it up and back. You have 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Moving on. Come here. Big crunches, I'm going to change a little bit. Drop your knees down to one side and work those obliques. So, if I angle myself a little bit, my knees are dropping, my chest is still going forward. And lift. Working all right here in the oblique. Squeeze. Lift. Switch sides. Drop your knees the other way. Almost there. Almost there. I know. I'm right there with you. Doesn't matter if you're brand new or you do core work all the time, it's still tiring. It should be if you push yourself to your max. Now, feet are on the floor, back is at a 45. I want you to lead with your shoulders and zigzag side to side. Now, when you take notes for yourself, if you want to do these at another time, call them what you would call them. Like, what does this mean to you? You may hear this as a Russian twist. For me, that doesn't mean anything. So I put it in my own terms. Use my own words. So, do what works for you. So if you're halfway, by the way, 30 more seconds and you're done. So if I use a term that doesn't make sense to you, change it. So that way when you do this later, you'll remember the exercise. Can you go for about 10 more seconds? Keep going. Woo! You made it. Nice job. You are done with day 3. Just 2 more to go. Nice job, you guys. Way to bust out a 3rd day of exercises. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 4.